Prescott on first down. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And that is a situation where in the defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott now. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Burrow now off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here we go. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing? Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Online, ready?
We're scoreless after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get him the football back. Well, there's 2 sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense, though, they came through.
Preparation's the key to everything, and when you're on the defensive side of the ball and in special teams meetings, you prepare for plays like this, and in this case, they were actually able to win it.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years of not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Two minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get him the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Prescott yet again. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Prescott. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Looking to throw. Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question, because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Both of these coaching staffs making their final adjustments for the second half. And in a scoreless game, you figure it's the offensive guys that made the biggest changes to the game plan. For the call, let's go back out to Brandon Gaud.
And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaud, getting set for quarter number 3 here. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight. Scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here, because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Burrow on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On the return is Lamb. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Throwing. Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's out right at the 25. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On play action, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Logan Wilson gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Elliott running right. And he's got some space here. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals 17-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. And he's got it. And he's brought down.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then. And now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Throwing there, but but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. A solid stiff arm. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Mixon with a first down carry. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now left side on the swing pass. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And just like that, it's third down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down. Here we go.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 32 yards. And the Bengals, if they can convert the extra point, will have the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And no, they don't get it. Incomplete. And now they really have to be second-guessing themselves. Could have had the lead here in the 4th. Instead, we stay tied. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. I'm starting to wonder. Charles, 5 interceptions. Is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Open man is Uzama. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here we go. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. What do you think, Charles? Too big of a risk? I mean, why not just take the lead there here in the fourth?
I know many subscribe to the theory that fortune favors the bold. And in this situation, that was a bold move. Faking it in that situation, fortune didn't shine on them in that case. Now they've got to play defense and try and prevent them from scoring and losing this one.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return will stop right around the 25. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. 3 yards the game there, second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get him a first down.
Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
From his end zone, Wilson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Connecting with Mixon. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing, Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
He finds his running back, Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Neville Gallimore in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive. The bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Prescott to throw. And now here's another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A final shot now for Burrow. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
Look, I played the game.